Nintendo Humiliation. A monologue. The other day was absolutely the most mortifying day of my entire life. I was so embarrassed. And my own father caused the whole entire awful episode. I was in my 5th period math class when someone knocked on the door. I should point out, math is not my strongest subject. I mean, I used to be good in math. I used to get A's and an occasional B in math. That was before this year, before I got Mrs. Kipler. Don't get me wrong, I like Mrs. Kipler. She's an okay lady. She has a good sense of humor. She's even a good teacher. Problem is, she gives homework every single day, and I just don't have time to do all that math homework. For the last few months, I've needed relaxation after school. But for the last few months, my relaxation has been Nintendo. I got my Nintendo about the same time I started math with Mrs. Kipler. I'm good at Nintendo. You might even say, I excel at Nintendo. But unfortunately, I found it nearly impossible to excel at Nintendo and excel at math at the same time. Both require my time and attention after school, but just don't have time. Oh God. The conflict came to light the next day. My report card had just come in. My father saw the D- in math and asked me what was wrong. I explained to him about Mrs. Kipler and the daily homework assignments. I said, I simply don't have time for all that math homework. Dad nodded and said nothing. I was astonished. I was expecting him to be a thunderstorm. He just sat there. Calm, quiet as summer sunshine. Lightning struck the next day. Like I said, it was my 5th period math class when someone knocked on the door. It was my father. He carried my Nintendo. Hello, he said to Mrs. Kipler, as cheerful as if he had come to hand out candy bars. I'm Victoria's father, and I've brought you her Nintendo. My mouth fell open as I saw my father hand my Nintendo to my teacher. I wanted you to have it until her grades improve. Oh, good, said Mrs. Kipler. I'll take it home and play it. The kids roared with laughter. You would have thought my father was the stand-up comic of the year. But of course, I just had to sit there. I wanted to slither out of my seat, but of course I couldn't. I had to sit there while the entire 5th period math class pointed at me and hooted with laughter. You would decide when to give it back, Dad said. And he smiled at Mrs. Kipler, nodded to me, and left. Somehow I lived through the rest of the day. When I got home that afternoon, I was lost without my Nintendo. I wandered through the house as if someone had died. There's nothing to do. Eventually, I got so bored I did my math homework. All of this happened 6 weeks ago. Yesterday we got report cards again. Got a B+ in math. And I got my Nintendo back. Turns out Mrs. Kipler didn't play it after all. I took it home, and as soon as I finished my math homework, I played for 3 straight hours. Happy to say, I still have my talent. still excel at Nintendo. And pretty good at math too.